Hello, friends. I hope you are here to enjoy a fantastic Facebook Live today. All right, it's acting really strange there. Hopefully it didn't twist and turn for you, but it twisted and turned for me. Anywho, we are making the most adorable card with our Gingerbread Man Bundle. I had designed a card, or actually just cased a card from a friend of mine for card class next week. So we're making this cute card. Actually, kind of designed that, added on to it myself. Simple card. And I just wanted to make a really fancy card because I know the dies in this set are so cute. And my head exploded when I thought about how it could combine with this new Hobby Haven designer paper, which we talked about that last week, but we'll get into that. My name is Cogbill. My business is papermadeprettier.com. And I would love it if you're on Facebook, share with your friends. And on YouTube, subscribe to my channel because I do a live video every Wednesday at 1 Central. You don't want to miss any of those. So, like and subscribe. Now, we are going to be using the Gingerbread Bundle, as I said, and it is in the Holiday Catalog on page 54. And it's got the cutest stamp set, but the dies are, wow. Like, this is how big the dies are. You compare it to a stamp set, you know how big those are. They're humongous, okay? And there are gobs and gobs of dies in here. All right, so you don't want to skip the dies. But let's just get started and I'll explain it as I go. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start with a petal pink. I just wanted to take this card. Now, I'll show you. I got the inspiration for this card from my friend Amy Conders. She made a green and red card. It's adorable. She has the cutest projects. But I got stuck on this Hobby Haven paper, and I wanted to take it from there. So, I am just going to adhere a little white panel to this petal pink card base. And, well, that's not scored. Let me just fold it. Okay. And then we're going to add a piece of this Hobby Haven paper. Now, this Hobby Haven Designer Series paper is only available right now to happy shoppers or Stampin' Up demonstrators, whatever you want to call yourself. This is the same thing. I love it, and we've had a very exciting starter kit special this month. We've added so many people to our team, so you can get it on a starter kit right now. You can get 189 in products for $99, or you can choose 125 in products for $35. So you have two choices. So honestly, this is the price of going out to dinner these days with two people, okay? So you could get $125 in stuff for only $35, or you can plus it up and spend $99 and get $189 of stuff. This is only to the end of October. So make sure and message me and we'll get you set up with that. Anywho, you can get this Hobby Haven paper on pre-order, which, as one of the perks of being a happy shopper, is that we get to order things early, okay? And of course, I wanted this right off the bat. And the hobbies that includes are reading, spa, self-care, baking, which we're going to use today, and gardening. I feel like there might be one more. And then in the pack, there's a set of die cuts that is fabulous. So lots and lots of die cuts to play with. And I've had just the best time playing with that. Oh my gosh, I'm going to add something to this card when we're done. Okay, so we're going to start with a piece of pecan pie cardstock. You want to use a half a sheet for this because you're going to cut your guys that much. And because this, I haven't even shown you, look. It's like a fun fold. It's a card on a card, okay? And honestly, the base could just be a half, but this one, I guess I'm going to write a lot in because I just did that. All right, so we're going to get our emboss machine. And now, the emboss machine is a great item to get on the starter kit special as well. It runs 125-ish, I think. And so with this starter kit special, normally you can't get a emboss machine for the price of a starter kit. It must be a little over 125. So this is a great time also to go ahead and treat yourself to the $189 for $99, and then you can pop that starter kit into your, pop that emboss machine into your cart. All right, so now we have a little gingerbread card, and this will fold into a card. Now, what we have here is a stamp that is just big, and so you're actually going to need either the stamp positioning tool, or you're going to need to be brave and use I think this is the F block. It's the biggest block that we sell, and we're going to ink the stamp up with Versamark. So Versamark is a clear, sticky watermark ink. I will tell y'all, I have heat embossed last week and this week, and that's probably the only time I've heat embossed 2 weeks in a row. But this set really calls for it, and I was happy to oblige. All right, so we're just going to take a deep breath and commit. All right, you could stamp and then you could stamp first, but I kind of wanted to stamp second because I don't want to run my embossing. Once I've embossed it, I don't want to run that through my machine. I don't know. I just think it might kind of mess it up a little bit. So, voila. Fantastic. And it's a cookie. So if you're a tiny bit off center, who cares, right? And then we're going to stamp some details from the stamp set onto our gingerbread man. So first we're going to stamp the face. Now you do want to stamp that a little bit lower because he has a hat on. So lower than you would think. And then we're going to stamp the buttons. I've already got them on the stamp. Right here. Stamp those lower than you would think as well because we have a scarf there. I'm going to keep that close because I'm going to need it. All right. Where am I? There I am. Okay. So now we're going to do our heat embossing. So we've got to get white embossing powder. So our embossing powder for this combo comes with, you get the 3 types of embossing powders. They're called Basics Wow, and they come in white, clear, and, I wrote this down, black. So black, white, and clear. And you're just going to dump that embossing powder on here. You also want to pick up this Embossing Editions toolkit. So it's a great item. It includes tweezers, which I can't find, my brush, and then also this unscrews, and you can dump this right back in. I'm not going to make you watch me do that, but that's what that does. Now, the brush, so especially with white, you see how I've kind of gotten off kilter here, and I have a little bitty bit, so I can just use my brush. Now, don't do it all day long. It's a cookie, right? But that was a big mess that I had there. And I can see a teeny weeny little stray outside the lines there. And then you're ready to go. Now, also with your Embossing Editions toolkit, I always forget, you want to brush over this before you use the Versamark to get all the oils off. I got lucky there because my hands weren't very oily today. Okay, now we're going to use our heat tool. So you're going to need a heat tool to do this, and you're just going to slowly You're going to kind of go back and forth, and you're going to notice the reaction of it going from powdery to like white, very white. And sometimes it just takes a minute for the heat tool to heat up. Once it heats up, see that developing right there? You can definitely see it take shape with that white, the powder turning to white. Fantastic. And you're going to want to make sure and get all the powder transformed into our shiny icing. I mean, isn't that perfect? And then I'm going to just take a look. I see one little section here that might need heating, and I believe we have everything done. And then we're going to stamp our sentiment with Versamark inside. It says Baking Spirits Bright. I also think it would be really cute to just put the Oh Snap in there. But I'm just going to use this because I've got it on a block. Baking Spirits Bright. And the nice thing about this tool, this embossing tray, is you can just kind of go like this and scoop some up. And then when you're finished completely with embossing, you can dump all that back in your dill. I've got a little off kilter here, so I'm going to use my brush there. Use the tiny edge of it here. And now we're going to heat that up. It'll probably go a lot faster this time because my heat tool is hot. All right, so fantastic. Now, if it's a little bit imperfect, it doesn't matter because it's icing, people, right? We're not too worried about that. Okay, so that's our little gingerbread base. And we are going to pop that little sweetie onto our card with Stampin' Seal. And I did kind of shift it over to the right a smidge and down a little because you want to have room for your lollipop and your hat. All right, now I've got lots and lots of things here, and I've already done the die cutting. So you can see I've cut out hats, bows, suckers, scarves, another bow, another hat, another lollipop. So lots and lots of die cuts here, but I've already done that for you, so we don't have to, you would have had to watch me die cut for days. Again, those dies are fabulous. So we've used this die, this die, this die, this die, and that one, if I haven't said that yet. But I did run this through white, pink, and blue. So you're going to do 3 of those. And then you're going to do a pink and a pool party hat. And I'll show you why. Okay. So let's just dump out all our die cuts. Now here, I think this is a lot like just playing with paper dolls because we're just playing with our gingerbread guy. And we're going to need our liquid multi-purpose glue. Now, I did decide to make one change to this, to my newest card. So you're just going to take a smidge of glue and stick that sweet little hat on our gingerbread guy. So cute. And then we're going to take this pool party one. I just wanted him to have a two-tone hat, and we're going to trim this off, and that layers the pool party die cut right on top of that petal pink. Super cute. And then I'm going to give him a pink scarf. How could you ever eat this guy? He's so cute. And next we're going to, oh, hello, someone's watching. My screen is very dark, and so I can't see who's watching. All right, now we're going to just glue on this sucker, and I'm going to kind of tilt it this way so that my bow doesn't interfere with my scarf. Now, I decided to make this bow pool party. When I looked at the final card, I said, yeah, that bow just doesn't pop enough, so I changed it and I moved it into pool party, which I'm very happy with. So this bow comes out in 3 pieces. It's got this final piece here. And then we've got our sucker. So the outside of the sucker is in pink. This is the one that we cut out in pink. Pool party. Petal pink is the color here. Pool party and basic white. So basic white is literally just the stem of it. And then I have one more pool party. Let me grab the pool party inside. I left it on the table over there. All right, so this came out of one of those pool party, one of those, what do you call it? Suckers. So obviously you could customize this card to match any designer paper because you've got all these die cuts to cut out the candies, the scarf, and all of the things, which is what I think makes it a really wow set, okay? If that's not the cutest thing. And then the last thing, I've got a Nested Essentials die cuts, and I'm going to stamp that with Pool Party. And it says Seasons Eatings. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Or you could use the Oh Snap there as well. And I think I'm going to pop that up. I didn't pop it up on the first card, but I do think I'm going to pop it up this time. And the last thing I'm going to do, so I've been using these a lot. They're called, they're not called that. They're called low profile. I can't remember what they're called. Here, let's see if they're in here. I think they might have been an online exclusive. I think they're, I don't even want to guess what they're called, but they have a gold and a petal pink on there. And let me see if they're in the annual catalog. Nope, I think they were an online exclusive. But anyway, there's a gold and a petal pink. And I have a lot of the petal pink because I've been using a lot of the gold, but this is a perfect place to put them. So we're just going to just really pop down 5 of these. So we're just kind of going from the upper right to the lower left and get a perfect number of embellishments on our cute little gingerbread card. All right. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you would like to purchase the Gingerbread Man Bundle and the Hobby Haven paper. Now I'm going to flash over some more things. I made this cute card with the Hobby Haven bundle as a swap. Here's another card I got from Kim Allen as a swap for this gingerbread card, Gingerbread Man. This is a very cute and simple card from my friend Rhonda Wade. She just did a nice thank you card for a gift that she sent for everyone. Again, this is the card we're making at card class next Tuesday. So I want you to go ahead and sign up for that. I put the sign up for the card class in the information on YouTube and Facebook. You're going to make 2 each of 3 cards. This is one. We're going to make a little card for pets. And we're going to make this gorgeous Lights of Aurora card. You can take this class either live or online. So when you purchase $35 from me, you'll get those card kits shipped to you directly. And my class is Tuesday the 28th at 6:30 p.m. in Central Arkansas. So message me to sign up for that. Or if you want to get on my email list, then you can sign. I would love it for you too, because you're going to get the tutorials for these card class cards for free. So make sure and sign up for my email list as well. All right, thanks for watching, and don't forget that if you have a long list that you need the bundle and the emboss machine, or you need a collection of things, then the starter kit is your best option. I would go for the $189 for $99, or you can choose the $125 for $35 option. Message me or just click the link in this video to get that starter kit picked out. Bye.